Long ago, in a coastal village along the Arabian Sea, there lived a fisherman named Raghava. He was an honest man, strong of will but humble in possessions. Raghava's family lived in a small thatched hut near the shore. His wife, Meena, a kind-hearted and resourceful woman, managed their home while he braved the unpredictable seas daily. Their 3 children, Anya, the eldest and most responsible, Arjun, the curious dreamer, and little Gauri, the joy of the household, were Raghava's greatest treasures. Despite their love and unity, the family lived a life of hardship. The sea, their only source of sustenance, could be cruel. There were days when Raghava returned with a bountiful catch, and others when he came back empty-handed, carrying only his weary spirit. On a particularly difficult week, the family had barely enough to eat. "The tides have been unkind," Raghava told Meena one evening, his voice heavy with despair. She placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Tomorrow is a new day. The sea holds mysteries beyond our understanding. Have faith and it will provide," she said. The next morning, Raghava rose before dawn. The sky was a canvas of deep blues and soft pinks as he pushed his weathered boat into the water. He cast his net into the shimmering sea with a silent prayer. "O gods of the ocean, bless my family with your bounty." For hours, Raghava worked tirelessly. His first cast brought nothing but seaweed. His second caught a few small, unmarketable fish. Frustration grew as the sun climbed higher in the sky. But on his third attempt, he felt a heavy weight in his net. Hope surged through him as he hauled it in. To his disappointment, it was not a haul of fish, but an old, corroded jar. The jar was strange. Its metal surface was etched with intricate designs, and its neck was sealed with a thick lead stopper. The inscriptions on the stopper were in a script unfamiliar to Raghava, and the jar emitted a faint, eerie hum. "Perhaps it holds something valuable," he thought, brushing off his disappointment. Curiosity overtook him as he pried the stopper open. The moment the stopper was removed, a plume of dark smoke burst forth, spiraling into the sky. The smoke grew denser and began to take shape. Before Raghava stood a towering genie, its body shimmering like molten metal, and its eyes burning with fiery intensity. "I am free!" roared the genie, its voice reverberating like a storm. Raghava stumbled backward, his heart pounding in his chest. "Who are you?" he managed to ask, his voice barely audible. The genie sneered. "I am a spirit of immense power, imprisoned in that wretched jar by King Solomon. For centuries, I have waited for someone to release me." The fisherman's fear gave way to confusion. "If I have freed you, why do you look at me with such hatred?" The genie's eyes narrowed. "In my first century of imprisonment, I vowed to grant my liberator 3 wishes. In the second century, I promised 2 wishes. But as the centuries passed, my anger grew. Now I vow only vengeance." Raghava's heart sank, but his mind began to work quickly. "Mighty genie," he said, "I do not doubt your power, but I find it hard to believe that you, a being of such size, were trapped in such a small jar." The genie laughed. "You dare question my abilities? Watch and see." With that, the genie transformed into smoke once more, twisting and spiraling until it flowed back into the jar. Raghava seized his chance. He grabbed the stopper and sealed. the jar tightly. From within, the genie's voice roared in rage. "Release me, mortal, or I shall curse you and your descendants." But Ragava was unmoved. "Why should I release you, Genie? You vowed to kill me the moment I set you free." The genie's tone changed, becoming almost pleading. "I was blinded by anger. Free me, and I shall reward you with treasures beyond your imagination." Ragava considered the genie's words carefully. His family needed food, clothes, and security. Could he trust the genie's promise? After much deliberation, he spoke. "I will release you, Genie, but only if you swear on your power never to harm me or my family. Instead, you must honor your promise and reward me for my kindness." The genie's voice softened. "I swear, by the winds and the waters, that I shall keep my word." Cautiously, Ragava opened the jar. The genie emerged, its form less menacing than before. With a wave of its massive hand, the genie summoned a chest brimming with gold coins, jewels, and precious artifacts. "This is your reward," the genie said. "You have shown wisdom and courage. Use this wealth wisely." Ragava returned home with the chest. His family was overjoyed, their struggles finally at an end. With the newfound wealth, Ragava rebuilt their home, provided for the villagers, and ensured his children received an education. The tale of Ragava and the genie spread far and wide. It became a story of wit triumphing over might, a reminder that intelligence and perseverance could overcome even the greatest challenges. Years later, as Ragava sat by the sea with his grandchildren, he shared his story with them. "Remember," he said, "it is not strength but wisdom that shapes our destiny. And always keep your word. It is the truest measure of one's character." If you enjoyed this fascinating tale of wit and survival, make sure to hit that like button and share it with your friends who love timeless Indian folk tales. Don't forget to subscribe to You Crave News and turn on the notification bell to never miss out on more amazing stories that inspire and captivate. Let us know in the comments what lesson you learned from this story. Stay tuned, because the next tale might just leave you spellbound.